Did I hit the record button? I did. Okay, I'm sorry. You'll hear me bitch about it often. This is too many takes for a video. I mean, I really just need to spit it out. On Twitter, I made a comment to Abel Green, to Big Fry, and to Shane Edwards. Shane, who's a former Numbers Clan guy like myself from the old Socom days. I made a tweet at him. I said, I'm gonna make a video, something a little crazy, and I hope I get their support. I hope they maybe retweet or I hope they subscribe and this and that to my channel. But most of all, I hope this kind of spreads throughout the Socom community and the H-Hour support community, which I guess some are kind of split in two sides. You know, either you're a big fan of the H-Hour beta so far or you're not. But for the most part, it sounds like the vets, the old school SOCOMers, are not exactly psyched about the future of H-Hour. They just got a lot of things they need to fix. The spray, the sound, the mocap, you know, the animations, things like that. They feel like most of the vets, the old school SOCOM vets, feel like there's just way too much for these guys to fix. We know that, and again, I want everyone to support SOF. I want everyone to support H-Hour. Even the ones who were burned, well, I can't ask them to support, but even the ones who were burned by the community, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if SOF reached out to them, but everyone needs to. If you're in the SOCOM community, we want HR to be successful. We want to be a true spiritual successor to SOCOM. I just think it's going to be a long time before it ever gets ported to PlayStation 4. So there was a previous gen title that's already been on Sony. This title is the closest thing to SOCOM 2 since SOCOM 2, in my opinion. Yes, SOCOM 2 is way up here and everything else is down here. I agree completely. But this game was the closest of the bunch. SOCOM 4 was just so amazing. I'm kidding. No, that game was crap. SOCOM Confrontation. I say we support the crap out of this, getting you know, ported over. There you go, screenshot right there. That's where I think. Also supporting SOF and H-Hour, also supporting this. Maybe I'm nuts. Maybe I'm absolutely just, pardon my language, but batshit crazy. I don't know. But this had some cool things. It had some really neat little features, the editing and the open mic. Although, being a classic SOCOMer, I want the queue. I do. I want a queue. I don't remember if you could do that on SOCOM Confrontation. If you could change it. I don't think you could. Well, then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you queued. It's been so long since I played. Maybe you could still queue, but you could also, I think that's what it was. You could queue and people could also hear you telling your kid to shut up. I don't know how many times I heard that. Of course, then I didn't have children. I had a wife. But you could hear my wife griping at me. I'm sure people, God, dude, just do what she says and just move on. God. I remember one time, an interesting story, real quick. I was playing, I was warming up. My clan wasn't online yet. I had a day off work or something. And I was playing, and I could totally hear dude screaming at his kid. And he kept giving his position away. Because once you got so close, you know, it's not like you could hear him if you were 2 streets over. But you could hear him if you were kind of in that same close proximity. And I could hear him telling his kid, like, shut up! Shut up! You're going to give my position away. Holy crap, kid. I'll deal with you in a minute. Shut up! Like, I'm just sitting there laughing. And now here I am, some years later, if this were to ever be redone, ported over to PS4, probably be me doing the same thing. Kid, leave me alone for 5 minutes, please. Anyways, interesting story. You heard that a lot, but that particular time, that individual, actually a really good player, and him and I had a good back and forth. We were sniping each other in Crossroads or something. It was just me versus this one guy, and his kid kept giving his position away every time, and I destroyed him. I think I would have beaten him anyways, but just good memories like that, or what I have from Confrontation, stuff like that was just funny. Even if you don't like that, what was it, proximity speech or whatever they called it, even if you didn't like that, you know, it was still fun. There's some great memories from Confrontation. I have great memories with my clan in this game. The problem with the game was that glitchers came along and absolutely, Slant 6 just couldn't keep up with them. So if they did port this over, obviously you would want there to be a lot of online support and people monitoring that sort of stuff. And I think that they would, especially because it's an online only anyways. It was a relatively small game. I don't think this would be a big pain in the ass for them to port this over. So call me crazy. I don't know, but that's what I think we should also be supporting. I'm going to start a campaign. Hashtag Socom CONF, and I'm gonna port it. Or I'm gonna port it on over to PS4 myself. No, I'm gonna tweet that at Sony. I'm gonna tweet that at PlayStation. Hopefully, you guys will join me because I absolutely would love playing this game again on PS4. I think it'd be a blast. Imagine the graphics. Imagine what they could probably do with the new. Now that you have the headphone jack now on your controller, instead of having to hook it up all the way to your console. I think it'd be a blast. I really do. So, again, please subscribe. If you agree with me or don't, whatever, if you have an opinion, mention it down below in the comments section. Like or dislike the video. Thanks a lot. Please share the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much. You guys be kind to one another. Thanks a lot. And keep killing each other on H-Hour and sending whatever complaints you have to Soft Studios so they can get those issues addressed. Thanks a lot, guys.